out there who have played a motherly role with love. Today's video is all about how I spent my days with my wonderful kids. I know a lot of you have been asking how do I get to balance work, chores, and kids, so I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my daily routine. In one of my previous videos, I shared how I do my house chores, and today it's just them and I. First off, I wake up at 6 a.m. and the first thing I do is run to the bathroom for a warm bath. Then it's time to head to the kitchen and whip up some breakfast for the farm. The kids are usually still asleep at this point, so I have a little bit of quiet time to myself as I fix our breakfast. For breakfast, Ethan loves some toasted bread and fried eggs, while Alpha is all about that peanut butter life and hates fried or boiled eggs. He's not a fan of either, so I have to find creative ways to get him to eat something like scrambled eggs maybe. But today I've just decided to make them boiled eggs and smokies. We actually don't really like the smokies that much since it tastes so different. We miss the farmer's choice one. Oh, and my youngest Mali is still too young to eat bread, so she gets her own special baby food. I make sure everyone takes a morning shower before we start our day, which can be a bit of a challenge with 3 kids, but hey, we make it work. So, bathing in the morning is one of our routines, and which gives me an easy time during the day. Sometimes Ethan baths twice a day. That depends on the activities he's had in school. So maybe like PE, sometimes they do gym, and at this time I make sure that he showers when he comes back home. After breakfast, it's time to get Ethan ready for school. He starts prepping his school items while I feed Mali and set the table for the other two. I usually let him pack his school items, that is the water bottle, snacks, and school folder, just to give him a sense of responsibility, which he also likes, by the way. With all the kids fed and ready to go, we head outside to wait for Ethan's school bus at 8:45. Every time I've been thinking on my mind. Every time, want you here is on my mind all the time. Now that Ethan is off to school, it's just me and my little two munchkins, Alpha and Mali. And let me tell you, keeping them entertained is no easy task. But I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. While they play with their toys, I sneak in some work on my loyal PC. Of course, we try to limit their screen time, but sometimes a mama gotta do what a mama gotta do. Speaking of limits, our fridge is looking pretty empty today, which can only mean one thing. It's time for me to put up on my chef hat and whip up some meals for the week. As you may know, I love meal prep and cooking once a week to save time and energy. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my previous video where I shared all my tips and tricks. So today I'll just make some lunch and dinner, and of course on Saturday, which is usually my day preparing meal, I'll definitely make for the whole week. So for lunch, I've made some mixed veggies and veggie rice, a family's favorite. It's time for a midday break. We are going to enjoy this delicious lunch and take a breather before getting down to a serious business again. Mali will be getting her nap time afterwards, and as it will be off to dreamland for my little munchkin, Alpha will still be going strong with his toys, and I back on my PC grinding away. Ethan's coming home from school at 3:45, and then the real fun begins. And as for dinner, I'll be taking some suggestions from the kids. Let's just hope they don't ask for anything too crazy. Now, this is the moment we always look forward to. Ethan is finally home from school. Alpha is practically doing cartwheels with excitement, and Mali is bubbling away in her baby talk. It's pure chaos, but it's our kind of chaos. Welcome to our jungle, people. Now that Ethan is back home, it's time to give him a breather and let him recharge for 30 minutes before we tackle his homework. In the meantime, I've got some snacks ready for the little ones to munch on while they play. Ethan's got his trusty Chromebook from school, which he knows how to use like a pro. And as for Alpha, we got him some awesome books to keep him engaged and on top of his learning game. We do a lot of coloring, tracing letters, writing, and reading. We got to keep his brain sharp, and even Mali is on the action with her very own book and pencil. Everyone's get a role to play in this house. Every time I've been thinking on my mind. Every time what you hear is on my mind all the time. All the time. Every time I've been thinking on my mind. So this is the Chromebook that you normally use. This one is for home. They're given one from school for home use, and then they have others in school, of course. So he normally leaves this behind, and I love the fact that he really now understands how to navigate through the Chromebook, find his homework that has been sent by the teacher, and of course start doing it. And it's pretty easy. He just navigates around, answers all the questions, and the homework looks so fun to do. And of course he also does some reading and writing. They actually do a lot of reading in school, so he comes home every Monday with these books, like 3 or 4 for the whole week. And then he reads. He has a journal where he writes what he has learned, who's the character of the story, and so on. And he takes it back to school every Friday for marking, which I find to be so great. Honestly, it really boosts his reading skills, and Alpha seems also to be covering that, which is also doing him good. All right, homework is finally done and dusted. It's 5:40 p.m. and we are heading out to the park for some much needed fresh air. With these longer days, we've got plenty of time to play before it gets dark at 8 p.m. Usually, we hit up the park for an hour every other day before lunchtime, but today we got caught up with cooking, so I promised the kids we'd go out in the evening instead. And let me tell you, this park is the bomb. It's right in our estate and it's got everything we need. No more draining our bank accounts at the malls. Here we just play games and run around without spending a dime. Ethan is really into basketball these days and is always raring to go to the park for a quick game. Alpha and Mali are just as pumped to run around and chase after balls. It's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up and let's get ready to play. Wait for it. There you go. Did you guys see that? Did you just see that? Come, twende mama. Bye. Bye, Mali. Come, twende. Bye, Mali. Ona. Oh boy, I'm totally wiped out. And would you believe it? The day is not even over yet. We just got back from the park and now the kids are demanding fish for dinner tonight. So here I am trying to figure out how to make this happen with some greens and ugali. It's already 6 p.m. and I want to make sure the little ones are in bed early enough. So let's see if I can work my magic and get dinner on the table quick, sharp. guys, as you can see, it's already 7:39 p.m. and it doesn't look like it since we have longer days. Anyway, we just had the most amazing meal with my kids and we have leftovers for another day. The little ones have already brushed their teeth and are all cozy in their pajamas. So it's time for our bedtime routine. We have a tradition of reading a storybook, analyzing it, and then saying our prayers. Tonight, Ethan is going to be the storyteller. He absolutely loves doing it and always begs for a turn. And as for prayers, it's Alpha's turn tonight while Dad is on an overnight duty. So it's just us tonight, bonding over stories and bedtime rituals. Oh boy, it's me time. Can I get a hallelujah? All of my little ones are snuggled up and snoozing away, so it's time to enjoy some peace and quiet. My plan was to finish up some work, but let's be real, I am so tired. So instead, I'm treating myself to a Netflix movie and a steaming cup of hot tea. I don't even know what I'm watching tonight, so let's see what options we have. Oh my goodness, check out what's on the screen. The Mother. That's it. No question asked. I'm diving right in. The title speaks to me and it's perfect timing with Mother's Day season. It's like the universe is giving me a sign. I'm going to take advantage of this moment, relax and unwind before I hit the hay. And just like that, another crazy day in the life of a stay-at-home mom comes to an end. Thanks for watching and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fun-filled videos. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your fellow mom friends. Happy Mother's Day to all of you rockstar mamas out there. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.